So you want to set up agency CRM, but you don't want to use Stripe. Maybe your country doesn't allow Stripe, or maybe you already use a CRM that collects payments from your clients, and you don't want to juggle two different payment processors. Whatever the reason, no problem. You could still set up pricing plans even without Stripe. And here's how you do it. Basically, go to your agency CRM tab within the agency dashboard and go down to integrations. Under billing integration, there's only two choices here. You can collect payments via Stripe. Then you'll just need to enter your Stripe credentials. I prefer this method just because we've got webhooks set up and it's very automated. But if, for the reasons stated before, you don't want to use Stripe, you would go down here and say, do not collect payments. I will use my own billing system. Once you do this, you're going to go up and set up your pricing plans as usual. Notice how you won't see pricing column anymore. There's normally a pricing column here where it shows like how much you have, how much you're charging for each one of these plans. Well, since we're not charging for these, you are outside of our system. Those prices are not managed here within our pricing plans. And I'll show you how that works in just a second. So let's take the Junior Social Media Manager. Let's say I want to charge $99 for this, but I want PayPal to collect the money. So when you set up the pricing plan, just notice that there's no pricing field anymore. That disappears when you switch your integration. So set up the entire pricing plan with everything but the pricing. That's the only thing that you do not need to include. Literally all of the other setup steps are exactly the same. And once you're done with that, you would activate your pricing plan. Click Save. Now what we need to do, since we have our Junior Social Media Manager plan active, we have this plan URL already in here. So this is what we're going to need at a future step. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to jump over to PayPal. So this is just my personal account. Doesn't even have to be a business account, I believe. These are so simple to structure and create. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to Settings, clicking the gear icon here. I'm going to go to Seller Tools. I'm going to go to PayPal Buttons. And then I'm going to click on Subscribe. The Smart Subscribe doesn't seem to offer the redirection, at least not that I noticed. So just the plain old Subscribe button. So once you're in here, you're going to create a name for this. Let's call this the Junior Social Media Manager Plan. And the amount each cycle is $99. You don't even need a subscription ID. Here's where you'll just customize the button, because this button is going to go on your purchase page. So for example, if you have our standard free website that we provide you guys with, and you guys have the junior level, the social media manager level, and the senior social media manager level, remember that each one of those pricing blocks at the bottom of the page has a button to purchase. Well, all you're doing now is creating those buttons. So once I create this, I'll be able to paste that in the pricing block of my front end website. And that's what people are going to go to first. So they're going to actually go to PayPal, they're going to pay, and then once a successful payment takes place, it's going to redirect them into setting up the rest of the onboarding flow. So it'll act just like your Stripe integration acted, except the difference is the payment processor is kind of external to the Socialmonial system, at least up front. And then it's like a handshake deal where it will seamlessly pass them right into the onboarding flow. So they won't even really notice the difference. So what I'm going to do over here, once you're going to want to go to town on this and make it look just right for your website. I'll leave that personalization to you. The billing cycle, 1 month. So basically every month, and it goes on forever. You don't want this to be like you don't want it to cancel itself after a year. And these will just charge them $99 forever. If they want to cancel, they have the ability to do that within PayPal. Every time PayPal sends them an invoice, which they will do every month, they give them an opportunity to cancel if that's necessary. And what I like about PayPal is they notify you via email if that happens. So if you ever get somebody canceling, it'll send you an email, and you know to go into Agency Pro, and you will have to manually turn off the charge for access button. I'll show you that in just a minute. So you're not offering a trial period here. What you're going to do is go to optional settings. And down here, there's something called a return URL. This is where we're going to paste the plan, the pricing plan URL. So the one we copied from here, that's what goes here. Because notice how it only sends them here after a successful payment. The canceled checkout URL, this is if they fail to complete. What I would do if I were you, send them to your front end website, right back to where they started because they failed the payment. And that's it. You can have advanced variables if you wish. It's really not necessary. This is a pretty straightforward process. I'm going to save and create this, and all you do is just copy and paste this onto the free website that I provide you guys with, and you're off to the races. Then you would move on to your next pricing plan URL. So I'm going to jump over, now that you know how to do this, the process is the same for each one of these other plans. I'm going to go over to Workspaces and just show you. If you guys ever get an email saying that somebody canceled those monthly payments, don't just immediately switch it off. I would just reach out to them and say, hey, was this done via accident? Or, did you intend to cancel your plan with us? And if you hear back from them that they really do want to cancel, that's when you would jump in here and see where it says charge for access. You would switch that off. And as soon as you do that, it's going to prompt them to pay. So basically, once this is switched off, it's going to block them from logging in other words. Since you don't have payments turned on, it's literally just going to say that their username doesn't work, and it's going to prompt them to contact you guys. So that's the process if people are no longer paying you. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoy setting this thing up. If there's any complications with your particular payment provider, feel free to reach out. ChatGPT also knows the settings of most of these payment processors, so you can just enter your question to ChatGPT, and it will actually provide you with an answer for how to set up those return URLs. Thanks a lot.